What's the talk in Dodger camp, Tom? I mean, what is a team that came oh so close and has immense expectations about it? What do they talk about on February 20th?
They know they're good enough to win the World Series. Now it's, getting so close, similar to what Kansas City had in 14. It's a motivating factor. They know how to get there, and they just know they have to find a way to finish it. It's, again, extremely deep, Rich. I mean, we think about Dodgers, you start with Kershaw, and you say, well, they kind of mix and match with their rotation. But that's what they do. They have so many options in the bullpen, so many options in the rotation that, you're not going to see anybody other than Kershaw pitching 180 innings. It works for them. They're incredibly crowded in the outfield. Good old friend Matt Kemp is back. How about that? Matt Kemp back in the Dodger uniform.
Unbelievable.
Might actually make this team. But it is a crowded roster, I'll tell you. There is established big leaguers everywhere in this camp.
And yet, Houston's still a favorite to repeat. What do you think?
I think so. I mean, listen, throw out the fact that this is now the longest period in World Series history without a repeat champion, right? Going back to the Yankees teams. And just that alone tells you it's hard to do in this day and age. But if you didn't know that and you just looked at rosters, you got to go with Houston. I'm sorry. I mean, that rotation is terrific. It's deep. The one rotation is going to give you a lot of innings. And offensively, I think it's the best in baseball, top to bottom. So
I love their manager.
I think they're a team to beat.
I love their manager too, Tom.
Love him.
I think if there's anybody that knows, he's probably studying about 15 different ways to mentally prepare them or going through people who have done it before. I bet A.J. Hinch is going to be as ready as any of those guys on that team too. I love that guy.
I would agree with that, Rich. I mean, he's sort of like the template of what you want in a modern manager today. But I'll rewind the clock to 12 months being in Cubs camp last year. And they got Joe Madden, Theo Epstein, Jed Hoyer. They're saying all the right things about staying off of that slow start that world champions coming back to try to repeat face. And they still got to the All-Star break 2 games under 500. It's just human nature. They did everything they could from, kind of slow playing their starting pitchers in spring training to staying on top of them about being focused. And they still got out of the block slow. So sometimes human nature is your biggest enemy when it comes to repeating.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.